I actually started playing hockey when I was a little older than most kids in Canada. I was about 11 years old when my brother decided to join the team, and obviously I wanted to do what he was doing, so I decided to join the team as well. And we played together for the first year, and I luckily wasn't really good at starting, but by the end of the year I fell in love with it, and they gave those beautiful best improved players. Well, luckily I was able to snag that one up. I decided to put a team together in 2007, summer of 2007, and just to be with the boys, be with the people that I love, honestly, and just have that camaraderie with my cousins, my brother. The talent on the ice never really mattered. It was more, the type of person that I brought on the team. People that, just make your life more enjoyable. 2016, I was diagnosed with testicular cancer. It spread. It was stage 3. Originally, you look it up and you have like 98% success rate, or survival rate, I should say. But I was told that I was more in the 60% range. Having a daughter that is a year old and another one that's 5 years old, it's terrifying. You're wondering, like, will they even remember me, All my doctors, all my surgeons knew this was, how long till I can go back on the ice? This is like a question I would ask them all the time. I mean, the smell of the ice and then the skating on the ice, like every time you just step on the ice, it just feels great, right? So like, yeah, I was waiting for that moment while going through treatments. I'm like, I'm gonna get back out there, absolutely. Unfortunately, in 2021, it came back, and that was pretty difficult to hear, honestly. Luckily enough, hockey was there. I was able to have the guys around to kind of support me, right? So a lot of people don't have that, and their reaction was more difficult than me telling them, obviously. Nobody actually believed it at first. Like, they're like, no, this is not happening. But both my brothers actually shaved their heads for me during chemo, so I wouldn't be the only one that was bald. I'm the one that cares about his hair the most out of the 3, so when they decided to do that, my cousin actually jumped in, so we were 4 shaved head. When I wrapped up chemo, I was able to, they let me play. I didn't know, but they told the other team that my situation, and I was obviously still really weak from the chemo. I don't know if they let me score, but I ended up scoring anyways. I must have been skating like 5 kilometers an hour, if that. That moment where I scored, I kind of forgot about cancer for a little bit, so that was nice, obviously. But one of the things I never stopped doing is whenever I could step on the ice, I stepped on the ice to play, right? So it just helps mentally, like you wouldn't believe. So my oldest daughter kind of showed some interest in the game just to be around me, right? So we made a rule that if she started watching the Sens game when it started, she would be able to stay up all night and watch the game. So it was a way for her to stay up, and she fell in love with hockey. And last year, I took her to her first Ottawa Senators game. Unfortunately, the cancer came back, so I decided to be an Ottawa Senators season ticket holder like I've always wanted. Watching her just jump up and down right beside me, honestly, there's not much better than that. The Ottawa Senators just scored, and my daughter's laughing and jumping up and down and smiling at me, and yeah, that's like some of my favorite moments. Like moments hopefully she'll never forget, right? Probably something I don't tell her enough is my wife's been my rock through all of this. When I was going through treatments and not doing so good, she was always there. Take care of the girls, make sure the girls, were doing great. And yeah, one of the things is didn't let it show, she was always strong. After one of my big surgeries, recovering from my big surgeries in April of 2017, I got to witness the 2017 run.
Passes, score! Wow! What a play!
When Eric Carlson passed the puck to Derek Brassard to tie the game up 3-3 against Boston, I didn't even know I had cancer at that point. Like, I forgot about cancer. Like, the only thing that mattered was the Ottawa Senators at that moment. And yeah, so fantastic distractions, honestly. I don't know, it's just a place where you don't have to think about, you know, the serious stuff. You're just thinking about, you're pretending the Ottawa Senators is a serious business, and obviously it is, but it's nothing compared to health, right? Nothing's more important than health. And yeah, when we're sitting on the couch watching a game, we're not thinking about daddy's bobos, right? We're just watching hockey, hoping for the next goal, the next moment to celebrate and hug each other, you know? So yeah, it's just makes you forget.